So we've done a lot of testings here lately on some of the best known weapons to use here in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies after Season 2, but one of the weapons I haven't used in a long time has always been known to be the best weapon in the game, and I'm talking about the Lockwood. Not only has there been a bunch of brand new weapons introduced to the game, but there's also been a bunch of weapon adjustments, so let's hop into game here and see if the Lockwood is still the king of this mode. But with that, welcome on back to the channel everybody. If y'all don't know, my name is Ghost. I appreciate everybody that stops by the video today. If you're into zombies content or anything Call of Duty, please do consider rocking that like button and subscribing to the channel, man. We just hit 11,000 subscribers and I cannot thank you guys enough for all the support lately. I'm gonna be coming in here with two Aether tools. We're gonna be coming in here with an epic and also a legendary, and we're gonna be coming in here with a MW3 crystal just so we don't have to worry about running around and gathering up all that essence. But we're not gonna use the legendary Aether tool until later. I kind of want to show you guys how this thing is handling with just the epic at first. And making our stop here in the second tier zone, as you guys can see, we just one-shot that mangler and it's just handling these zombies like absolutely nothing. This thing is absolutely amazing, but I had no doubts it was going to handle this zone with no problems. As you guys can see here, we're about to just one tap this disciple. But with tier 2 out of the way, let's go head on into tier 3, and this is where I was starting to think maybe something might have changed, because I ended up getting an HVT on this mimic, and for some reason this guy kind of refused to go down. Now I thought I remember taking care of these things in like 2 or 3 shots before, and now it took me, I don't know, quite a few. Maybe it was just my aim, but I don't know. Next I decided to fight this big ass horde of zombies down by the bridge here, and we had a disciple, a mega abomination, and a bunch of other zombies that were running around, and this thing, even only with just the epic, still was handling these things with no problem. The only issue that I was having was getting this damn mega abomination to shoot me with this beam, so I finally just decided to throw on that legendary Aether tool and try to get this fight over with. When you have this Lockwood fully upgraded with, you know, like the level 3 PAP and with a legendary Aether tool, hell, even with an epic, it should only take you 2 shots directly in the mega abomination's mouth to explode one of those heads. It's always nice if you have like a roof or a nice little ledge or something that you can stand on to get this guy to actually shoot you with those beams, because when you're stuck on the ground and he's just constantly charging at you, man, it gets annoying after a while. Hell, even when this guy isn't even shooting those things at you with this Lockwood, you're still doing plenty of damage as long as you're hitting him in the head, or if you're getting him in that mouth that's glowing. We're finally able to get this guy dealt with, and he ended up dropping me a refined crystal. Man, I am telling you guys, these mega abominations lately have definitely been dropping better loot. If you want my honest opinion, I would honestly say that killing these mega abominations right now is probably the best way to be farming up those flawless crystals and refined crystals. At least for me, those seem to be the most commonly dropped items in the loot pool. Now I decided to fight this next mega abomination, and he decided to bust some damn like Tony Hawk move over my head. See you right here in a second. I take this guy's head off and I run down here into like the middle of this bowl, and he ends up jumping all the way over my head and onto the other side of the street. Now I knew these things could move, but I didn't know that they could move quite like that. But as you guys will see right here, the sheer range even just this Lockwood has with these slug rounds is insane. Just takes care of this mega abomination easily. Fortunately, this guy didn't drop me anything. But I did want to throw in this next clip right here just to show you guys how important that depth perception is. Look, you can see these crates through the walls, and in this crate right here I found every single thing that you guys would need to regain a character. There's a 3-plate vest in here, there's a large backpack, and a gold gas mask. This is definitely a good pull. Next we ended up at the weapon raid stash contract in like the middle of the red zone here, and all I had to do was sit up here on the ledge and constantly shoot the zombies that were coming towards me. This Lockwood handled all of them with ease, no problem whatsoever. Next we ended up getting an HVT on a disciple in this gas station here, and he ended up throwing his head through the roof, and I wasn't able to do that critical damage to him, so I was just shooting him in the body here. But this Lockwood was still doing a really good job at just chunking away his health. Once he eventually ran out and I was able to actually kill this guy, he ended up dropping me a sigil, so you know what that means. We're going to be headed on into the dark Aether, boys. And once I finally made my way down here, there was a bunch of people that were hanging out right at the rift. Looks like it was their first time going in here because they had one of those mega abominations that spawned out of it. Sorry boys, I got my own thing to do, but I'll help you out for 2 seconds while I wait for this thing. It is just a little bit sad to think that like getting into the dark Aether is like the most Easter eggy thing there is to do in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. I do have hopes that at some point down the line they will add in some sort of an actual Easter egg, but you know, we'll see. Now, coming in here to the dark Aether, I ended up doing things a little bit different on this run than what I usually do. I ended up trying to do the escort mission first, and no, I didn't have the VR11. Ultimately, I ended up failing the escort mission, but I figured since I brought in enough enough of those turret mods, and there's a bunch of those things along the way, I just might be able to fend off the zombies with everything that I had, but yeah, unfortunately we weren't able to make that happen. So maybe if I brought in like an overabundance amount of monkey bombs or just decoy grenades or something like that, I might have been able to make this happen, but we unfortunately just didn't prepare for it like that. After watching my ACV blow up and crushing my ego ever so slightly, I decided to go start these Aether extractor contracts. Now, I'm sure that most of you guys know when you're doing these Aether extractors, it's really smart to bring in either monkey bombs or those cashmere grenades, so that way you can easily lure these guys away while you start these things. Well, I was on the third one and I was out of everything, but I remembered that this Scorcher was actually buffed up to do a lot more damage to the zombies and the range, so I was able to sit up right on top of the fortress and just shoot the Scorcher down and clear out most of the zombies down below, making it way easier to just jump down here and clear out the remaining ones with this Lockwood, which built up our field upgrade just enough so we could pop that Aether shroud and get this last Aether extractor done. And I really hate that these things glitch out and you don't really know if you're actually getting it done or not. It is nice when you actually like see the little like phone or like a tablet thing pop up and you actually know you're doing it, but you don't always have to see that thing like you can see here. But with this contract done, we ended up getting an Elder Sigil out of here, which is definitely cool. I'm gonna end up going in there for sure, especially since it seems like lately here in tier 4 and just like the regular Dark Aether, I haven't been getting those classified acquisitions as much. So if you guys really want to be farming up like those Aether blades and like the golden armor plates and dog bones and things like that, it's gonna be really a good idea for you guys to be going into the Elder more, because after the season 2 update, man, just coming in here to the regular Dark Aether, those classified acquisitions are a lot more rare. Now we're gonna start this holdout mission, and this is where this Lockwood is gonna shine here in the Dark Aether a bit. We're gonna set up our turrets that are definitely gonna help us out. I don't know if you guys have came in here too much after the season 2 update, but the Dark Aether has been buffed up a lot. Like even just the tier 4, there is just a lot more zombies in here, especially during this contract. You really gotta watch your back more, and having something like that Aether blade is really gonna help you guys out when being in here. And if you do plan on coming into the Dark Aether, just bring in one of the best guns in the game. This Lockwood is always a great option. You got the tier Akimbo pistols, the Akimbo swarms, the Akimbo stingers. There's plenty of really good options for you guys to choose. Definitely gonna have to put out that updated best weapons for Modern Warfare Zombies video here soon. So if you guys do have any suggestions or any weapons that you feel should be on the new top 10 list, please go ahead and leave them down in the comment section. I'm definitely gonna be checking all those out. Yeah, before the update, I really kind of felt like you could hang out on each side of the balcony for a while and just take out a bunch of zombies that are heading towards you before you jumped over the railing and going to the other side. Now I kind of feel like you're just kind of constantly moving. Yeah, this Lockwood's still having no problem taking out these zombies, and these zombies are definitely no joke in here now either. I swear, it actually used to feel to me like these used to be like tier 2 level zombies. Now these definitely feel like tier 3 zombies, if not even a little tougher than tier 3 zombies, and there's just more of them. We're still taking out like this Mangler in here and this Disciple with absolute ease. Yes, I would say this Lockwood is probably still one of the best guns in the game, if not the #1 best gun in the game. We're just gonna have to take a look into those tiers again. We ended up getting this contract done, and like I said, man, those acquisitions are way more rare in here, but we did end up with another Elder Sigil, which is cool. We can have one in the stash while we take this one in. Now I'd at least figure we go around and see if we can get a wonder weapon to extract with us. We were able to pull a Wonder Waff out of the barracks room, which is pretty cool. I do love this wonder weapon. With that, we're gonna go ahead and extract, and we ended up with 2 Elder Sigils, 3 refined crystals, and a Wonder Waff case with an epic Aether tool. Not a bad run at all. I will definitely take that. That's some decent loot. If you guys want to know where anything is in the Dark Aether, or if you're struggling to find anything, I'm gonna throw up a map up on the screen right here that shows you where all of the contracts are, where the harvesting orb is, where you can find all the key locations. A big shout out to MWZHUB.gg. I'm gonna have their links down in the description if you guys want to go check it out. All their maps are fully interactive and they are definitely helpful. So here's gonna be that loadout for the Lockwood on the screen right here. I would definitely say this gun is still one of the kings of this mode. If you guys want to run some easy red zone or easy Dark Aether contracts, and if you're running solo, this is one of the best weapons that you guys should definitely be rocking. If you guys made it this far in the video, you are awesome. I appreciate each and every single one of you. A big huge extra shout out to all of my channel members. You guys are like the absolute backbone of this channel. Please go check out those links down in the description, like the video if you guys enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel if anybody is new. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will catch you in the next one.